everybody, and welcome back to Total War. Fall of the Samurai. Oh, sorry, speaker was just hanging off the wall in a weird angle. Anyway, forgot to hit play just before I started, but we've managed to deal with the enemy shinobi and the geisha lady that was causing us issues. Anyway, as promised last time, let's just do a quick save. I think we can possibly move. Let's see. Good. Okay. Yes, we can. And they run away very, very quickly. All right. Well, let's see if this one runs away as well. This will be with our. Well, actually, this fleet needs some repairs. So, I'm actually going to dock them, and we need to actually upgrade that dock before we can start repairing stuff. So that's actually a die. Well, we need to actually repair it as well, of course, before we can do much. So we need to get some things done here as well, of course. So we'll get the gambling den for happiness. It's currently a castle. Now I think we're going to want to set this as a citadel as well, but we're also going to make it a larger. Set it as a citadel and get our artillery school up and running as well, because this is going to be a pretty important province, this one. We're going to want to actually put some focus in here. Well, seeing as that one ran away, let's see if this guy sits and stays. Yes, they do. Well, not the swashbuckling engagement that we expected, but a smaller engagement of just a single ship. But let's get started, shall we? Okay, well, we might as well just deploy straight away. This is a bit like swatting a fly with a nuclear bomb at the moment. Maybe a little bit overboard, but we'll get this with the idea of things. So first of all, let's have a look at our ship classes. So we've got the Kanarine Maru, which was actually the first screw-driven ship, steam-powered ship built by the Japanese. This was their own sort of design, their own ship built by themselves. So an important ship for the Japanese Navy. We have the beautiful ironclad Liu Xian. Now, this was actually a ship built for the Americans, if I remember my history correct. So we've actually got two American ironclads with us today. These ships were actually sold to Japan after the war, the War of Independence, I think it was. So the Civil War, and no, Civil War, not War of Independence. After the Civil War, we're talking about the Civil War, of course. So these were actually sold after the Civil War, and they couldn't go to Japan straight away, so they had to wait a little bit until. Because America claimed neutrality, but they finally got their hands on one of them, and basically, oh wait, no, that's the wrong ship. Sorry, this is the French one. Sorry, what am I talking about? I'm thinking of the actual. I'm thinking of completely the wrong ship. So don't worry, I'm just going slightly crazy. Actually, let's edit that out. Okay, so here we are. Let's get deployed. So we've got two French battleships, basically, two American battleships, and the British ironclad warrior class. So we're basically swatting a fly with a, well, I was going to say RPG, but it's more like a 180-pound howitzer. Sorry, 180 howitzer. So 180mm howitzer to a fly. So it's a pretty big old hit, really. Yeah, let's see how we go. Now, hopefully we don't have something embarrassing happen, like our ships explode and things like that. So fingers crossed, but we should be pretty much okay. We're pretty much going to be impervious to their damage. So. Especially with the American ironclad, they're pretty strong. We're going to switch to HE shells as well, because I believe they are using a wooden boat. So it should be a pretty
The men are ready to
simple
attack,
fight.
sir.
So let's look at the enemy vessel over here, over yonder. It is a the Kawachi Motoichi, a very small corvette. I don't think they want to do this for some reason. Now, of course, the ships are of all different speeds, so I've got the option of sending the French ship in first, with its very large cannons on board, some pivot ability, or American ships, which actually have our turrets on board. But I think I want to see the operational firepower of the Warrior first of all. So let's overheat the engine. Let's get some speed in the old girl. So of course all of these ships have rigging, apart from the American ship, interestingly enough, because this is a pretty much a shallow water sort of boat. It wasn't designed for the high seas. It's pretty much designed for sort of shallow waters and fighting on coastal approaches, whereas the Warrior and of course the French ship here is both built for the high seas and designed for sort of major battles. The French ship does have far less guns, only 76, only 12 guns on board, so that does make it a little bit less. It does lack a little bit of firepower, but they are relatively big guns. But the thing with the French ship is it's very well armoured. It's extremely well armoured, as you can see. It's got extra plating as well over the actual ship. It also has angled armour as well, of course. Angled armour being used for many, many years. Not a Russian design for the T-34, like every History Channel show will ever tell you. Let's get one of our French ships moving in as well. So relatively fast as well. So a little bit speedier than the for the American variant. The Warrior is probably the faster of the bunch, and probably the most menacing as well, with the 42 cannons on board. And just look at this ship, it is just glorious to look at. It's also got many Marines on board as well, so can capture enemy ships quite easily. So designed to basically capture the enemy as well as annihilate them with firepower, of course. Most of the guns are below deck as well, so that means there is far less chance of accidents on top deck. Of course, there are a few guns on the top deck, but mainly you're looking at the guns on the lower deck. One of the cool things about the American ship, though, is actually with its rear guns. Which guns are they? Oh, sorry, wait. I'm thinking of the other ship. Sorry. There is of course, the ironclad that you can basically mass produce, the Japanese variant ironclad, which is actually a ship taken from the American Civil War. Basically, it was a French-built ship originally, and it ended up being sort of used by the Japanese in the end, and that one's actually got a Gatling gun on board, which is kind of cool to see. But these full ironclads are absolutely spectacular and just pretty much impervious to damage. You've got to be careful though, because they can catch fire. That's the only risk, of course. That's the only thing you're going to really need to take care of. But they're very well modelled as well. They do look absolutely gorgeous. I do just love watching these boats. The Marines are stationed at the front of the boat as well, ready to board if necessary. Also ready to fire off their rifles as well if they need to. They get into distance. The French battleship, of course, is coming in, and of course this is a pre-dreadnought class battleship, and this is what battleships used to look like. And The French had a very similar design for their battleships for quite a while, in fact. Basically, their larger battleships, after the age of sail was completely abolished, had a very similar look to this. They had this very unique shape where they would have a slightly narrower top to them and a wider section below the waterline, because they needed to basically it just meant they had less chance of capsizing, whereas the British design, as you can see, have relatively similar shape all the way across. So a little bit more risk of capsizing maybe, but we want to just fire our guns. Okay. Now you'll witness the full firepower of our fully operational Death Star. You're not going to like this. Close your eyes if you don't like seeing small ships being hurt. And here we go. The first salvo is out. And the first shots are raining in. And of course the ship has to turn in to come and fight us now. We have the range. And well, as you can see, it's getting blown to pieces. It's already lost a few guns. It's already losing members of its crew.
Sir, your general is in terrible danger.
They are firing back at us now. But if they only have the solid shot shells, they're not going to do too much damage to us. We've lost one crew member. And that's the battle almost. And there we go. That is that. Well, that did not last long. Let's just quickly look to see the damage, if any, caused to us. I think we lost one crew member. Possibly just some minor shrapneling or something. But no obvious damage on board the ship. The ship still looks pretty much fine, in all honesty. So, yes, that's basically the start of naval combat. So let's just head back. So that was an absolute demolishment of a ship. Obviously enough, we won the engagement. We lost one crew member. Sorry, excuse me. We lost one crew member. Ha! Yes. So that's the end of that chapter. Now, of course, they did have another ship run away, but we'll have to hunt for that a bit later, I think, because I think that one scarpered pretty far, because it ran as far as it could, I think. Did not want to get involved in this fight whatsoever. Okay, so with that, I think we will end this turn. Okay, so the Icarus affair. Two crewmen from HMS Icarus, a British vessel moored at one of our trading ports, had been murdered by local anti-foreigner activists. All that can't stand. We cannot afford to damage trade relations to the west. We will pay for damages and see that the culprits are punished. Yeah, we can't have that. We are all for the West here. We are Western allies.
What is your bidding?
Now, being that you're our main cavalry army,
Spreading the word to the
to
troops.
you, and we'll send our vision to you as well.
What
Let's go and see what our enemy are up to. Well, they've managed to get an army back pretty quickly. It's probably not the best quality army, but they've got one nonetheless. So, let's just go and see if we can sabotage that fort. Gosh, I swear our shinobis are absolutely incompetent. Oh, what about your commercial farm? Let's try and starve you out then.
Slow their progress.
Huzzah! We've sabotaged one of your buildings. Okay, a clan arises. That's okay, they've arisen somewhere over there. That's nowhere near me and not a problem. Let's just look at the old diplomacy, see what's going on in the world. So things still going pretty well here. The green is definitely moving. So we'll have to start getting in on this action at some stage, maybe. But we'll see how all that goes for now. But yeah, we'll leave that as it is for now. It seems our friends have returned though. Okay, first of all, let's repair our navy, because they need some repairs.
Battle ready, sir. We
Yeah.
sail for glory. All stations, stand ready.
They've done the disappearing act again,
Waiting
but
for a
they're
new
not going to get
course.
away this time. So yes, we're going to hunt them down any second now. Before we do that though,
Ready for orders.
we'll move this guy just over here a bit. Just help him rebuild his army a little bit. Just get everybody back to strength.
Your orders. Yes, mate.
I think you're looking pretty good. Let's move you over to this forest area. We'll start moving you forwards to this army and start working on this province very, very shortly. Now, one of the things with Edo is they have a military port, so they're going to be able to shore bombard us. So we're going to have to take out that military port before we enter it, because otherwise we're going to get damaged beyond belief. Shore bombardment is not fun. So, being that our port's actually back, let's upgrade this to a trading port. While we're here. Okay. Safety save. Everything's looking pretty safe around here. Just wish our Imperial friends would stop trying to murder each other. That would be really, really nice. Because, yeah, everybody's too busy trying to kill each other and not killing the actual enemy. So, I don't know, you just can't find the Imperials these days. Just can't find them. Okay.
Orders, sir. Attack!
Yeah, not escaping this time, my friend. Okay, so this should be a proper battle. It's still one-sided, but the enemy has just copper-plated hulls, while we've got some full ironclads, as well as a few copper plates and a couple of gunboats. But this will be a proper battle. So let's get this started. Let's see what were the conditions. I think it's mainly going to be dry for us. Yeah. Let's start deployment. Okay. So, deployment. Now we're on the attack, so they're technically defending. So we're going to have we'll have our main attack force over here, consisting of these two ships, along with a couple of our weaker boats as well. We're going to keep our corvette and our gunboats on this side, and we're just going to have them ready to go and do sort of some minor actions. Sail around the enemy fleet. Meanwhile, I might as well have you set up here. going to go around and basically try and get these two down the middle. So it's going to be
The men are ready to attack, sir.
So these two are literally just going to head straight in there. So I'm going to get one of them. One of them coming to here. And the second one coming to here. Put their engine boosts on. They're relatively slow boats. I do want to switch to HE ships. We sort of forgot that one. Oh well. We'll just have to. We might as well switch it to HE as well while we're at it. Now, warrior, you, my good friend, are going to come to back here. Meanwhile, our two French ships are going to come here and here. And the rest of our little fleet can head off in this direction. Skate around the edge. So you guys keep nice and safe, basically. We're going to use the ironclads as our tanks, basically, and hopefully this works. So we'll hit the fast forward button a bit. So it takes a bit of time for these old girls to move across the water. Especially the two Renault classes, as they are a bit old and slow and not really designed for this type of condition. Okay. Start getting into gun range soon. So, full steam ahead, warrior. And I'm going to get you in on that angle. You two full steam ahead. And you two full steam ahead. Let's get moving. Let's get this shindig going. Let's get this party started, shall we? Now, are there any boats we want to try and capture? I think they're all corvettes, aren't they? There's no frigates in their little party. Just very basic corvettes. They're starting to actually come out to face us, which is good news. That means we're going to get our guns on target very soon. And shots are going to start flying. So,
Sir, your general is in terrible danger.
let's get these shots going, shall we? Alright. Full broadsides. We've got one ship on fire already. Start turning, start turning. Start turning, start turning. Okay. We've got our targets marked. A couple of their ships are already sinking. Already going down. Not putting up too much of a fight at the moment. And one of our ironclads has actually taken a bit of a battering here.
Sir, your general is in terrible danger.
And going for you. You will go next. Warrior starts spinning. Get those guns working. Look at if these guys were trying to board us. But doesn't look like it.
Make ready to attack at your command.
Close fire. Close fire. And of course this is where this ship actually is a bit underdone because, well, at close fire it doesn't really have any defense against small arms, but of course those turrets are what make it work so effectively. You just hear the shells just popping off the side of us, just barely doing anything, and the enemy ships are all pretty much going down. Auxiliary fleet in. Let's see what's going on over here. I think we've won the day on this front, and the last ship is basically just going, what the hell are we doing here? And it's going down. Yeah, that is the end of that boat. It is sinking. Sinking and exploding. So that is that first battle done. As I said, I quite like naval battles in this version. Especially with ironclads, it's actually pretty fun, and it's just, I don't know, it's just enjoyable. I kind of look forward to my first time when I face a proper ironclad, when it's ironclad on ironclad. So that was a absolute annihilation. Oh, sorry, I was looking at that, just a little bit miffed there. So yes, all ships were lost, of course, because they were just sinking slowly. We got 2 confirmed kills, the rest just sank slowly. Pretty good result for everybody. Nobody's seriously damaged, obviously, which is good news. So that is good to see. One of our ironclads did lose a gun, though, so that's pretty unacceptable. And even Warrior actually lost a gun, so oh dear. Warrior lost 23 men, so 23 souls. Warrior and the Ironclad Renault class have the heaviest losses, so some serious losses on those sides, but nothing major for them. They were pretty much able to shake it off. And as I say, I do love the naval combat in this mode. I actually really do look forward to the first time I get ironclad on ironclad action. It's sort of going to be... I think it's going to be incredibly fun, so I'm kind of excited about that. Alright, well that is that turn done, so let's end this turn and see what the next one brings us as we slowly go into autumn. Okay, a new day dawns. Okay, so our shinobi's been detected, unsurprisingly. I mean, they're as bad as useful as... well, they're not very useful at all, really, are they? Okay, so this group should be repaired, so let's go and just straight up attack that port. We'll sail in, we'll take it. That port should be damaged now, so that port shouldn't be able to produce anything else.
Ready for orders.
And our ironclads can sail in and just get some slight repairs, a few little dents and things taken out of them, a couple of minor buffs and things like that, nothing too major. Alright, so these guys have got a 12-pound Napoleon gun, 2 ninja. We've got the ninja. But what we want to do is actually get one of our guys over here because we want to see what's going on this side of the map. In Edo, of course.
My lord.
So, what can we sabotage in here? Gambling den. That will mean they don't get any more ninja or barracks to stop them getting any more recruits. Let's try the gambling den. Good job. We actually managed to take something out. Okay, let's start moving forward with this army. We'll start stepping into their territory. Now, everybody's fully repaired as well. Not fully repaired, fully healed. That's what I want to use. Okay, you moving into this army to inspire them.
Ready for orders. Up to your command.
And let me see. Suki, you guys are pretty chill with us, aren't you? We're in an alliance and everything.
This is a good day, a friendly
military
visit,
access.
good conversation, and perhaps a profitable outcome for all. Consider this our offer, and do so with all your...
Yeah, that's fair enough. Saves me having to go through the forest.
My sword for you, my lord.
So, now which army shall we send out? That is the question. Because we've got greater reach with this army, we might send our main force
Your orders, my lord.
along, and you can come in and of course I need to send the agents out as well. You need to go join them,
I'll make real men out of them.
and you, my darling, need to go join them as well.
It will be my pleasure.
And you may as well go join them as well.
Fight for what is right.
We've already got a guy with us, so we should be good here for a while. So this army can pretty much hold here for now. Yeah, that should be fine. I don't think we're not under any serious threat of attack at the moment. It's been destroyed though. The Yodo tribe's been destroyed. That's good actually, because that means we should be getting a little bit clearer around here. That one needs to be destroyed still, but green is green is flying across the map. We are the Shogun are starting to look a little bit ropey. Edo. Let's talk to you.
Do not expect tea. That is for friends. Speak your piece.
Okay, so you're definitely not going to want to do that then. That's fair enough. Now, if I was to offer you guys the chance to, you know, not die a terrible death, would you take it? Let's see.
So then, what have
You're
you
going
to
to be a
say
vassal.
today? Will
Okay.
my ears be shamed by the hearing?
We could make them our vassal, and they would become our bitches, basically. It's going to make the map a little bit more gory, but we don't have to murder everybody. Murder is not the only option. Diplomacy can be an option as well. Let's make this proposal.
Truly, my friend, your arguments have won the day. I accept your offer.
Good. Good.
Meetings with friends are always a pleasant diversion. What has brought you here today?
We can't even get a trade agreement with you. Well, that's okay. That's okay. You basically just become... And we've gained greater cause in the Imperial Court. Let's just go to the clan management section, because that's going to mean we've got some options for council positions. So... what have we got so far? Well, we're not going to kick our commander, because he is fantastic. Of course, Inspector General Ryomo is one of my favourite guys. We have the Controller. So, Controller is... that's a good task. Now, who's been shining in the roles at the moment? Let's just see who's done a good job.
My sword for you, my
You brought us a great victory out on the field. You did bring us a good victory out on the field, actually. But you are, I think, the youngest of the bunch. And you didn't betray me. So, Which general was that? General Sauder, wasn't it? I think because you didn't betray me, I think you've earned the rank. You've earned this. You've earned this. Nice and loyal. Everybody else is very loyal, of course. Except for you.
yes, my lord.
Ochi, it's all good. But you're still young. You're still a baby. You're still coming up. You know, we've got to train you still. You're still doing work, so that's fine. Okay, so this means we can turn our attention to Edo. And, well, we're taking this for ourselves because oh wait, that's not. That's actually the. No, that is Edo. So we want to take this for ourselves. This is going to be my territory.
What is your
Go and have a look around, see what's going on here.
Is that all, my
Oh,
lord?
very fancy. They've got themselves a railway station. It doesn't go anywhere, but they've got one. It means everybody else has to build railways, but a railway station nonetheless. What else is here? Not much, in all honesty, but it's more just having it. That's what I want to do. And then we can really start pushing on, because we're basically, as I say, the map is looking more and more green. Not a wise move, friend. Not a wise move. Okay, so the war's not over yet. We've still got a lot to do. There's still a lot to do here, so we'll end this turn, I think. What's going on with research? What are we researching at the moment? Oh yeah, that's right, the armor-piercing shell. That's probably a good idea. But I don't think it's that necessary at the moment. It's only 2 away though, but that's only 4 away, so we'll come back to that later. That's alright, we'll come back to that later. So let's end our turn here. Okay, well let's start marching.
My sword for you, my lord. As you command. Your orders, my lord. Very well. Gathering supplies.
Okay, first of all,
my lord.
come on.
Ready to
Beautiful. Okay. That means their port defense is down.
Your orders, sir.
So that means that we should be able to
Attack!
just sail in. And they have no coastal defense. That is perfect. That works out perfectly for us. So that is good news. Okay.
At your service. What is your bidding?
Alright, so what do I want to do now? Well, a foreign veteran.
As you
Take that chance.
tread so.
We'll take him out of the action. Okay, that was a good little turn. Alright, so okay. That is hilarious. I've just got to admit, that is bloody hilarious that now we've just got all that visibility because of the trade route for our vassal. How much do they actually own? Is it just the one province? It is. They've only got the one place, so they're completely caught out of position. So they are really going to struggle. Well, we're going to cut the Shogunate off, I think, with this. We're going to start cutting them off. Still have a boat over here somewhere, by the way. I do, don't I?
Ready for
There you
orders.
are.
Setting sails, sir.
Let's just continue our adventure
Group anchor. That is impossible, sir.
along this side of the world. Because, yeah, Japan's starting to shrink for sure.
At your command.
Okay, so let's end that turn there. Well, somebody's built some railway. Well, there's obviously some rails there, so we have got a railway. And obviously Edo is the home for all these railways. So we'll be able to connect up everybody soon as well. Once, of course, we're all friends and in good positions with each other. So your port is still damaged heavily. Won't damage your train station. But your army is completely caught off guard, aren't they? Well, who would like the honours of taking this town?
Marching now. Yes, my lord.
Well,
Yes.
let's just quickly see if we can get the gate open. Beautiful. That's the gate unlocked as well for us. Well, I mean,
Ready for orders.
I guess if you don't want this town anymore, you guys can keep sitting over there and assaulting our friend over there. We'll just happily walk into this town.
Besieging settlement.
It's not even a fight, really, is it? Let's I don't even think we need to go in for the battle, do we? Well, I mean, it is Edo. It is an important town. So we'll just auto resolve it. Yeah. And 38,000 gold. I think we'll happily take that for just -3 unhappiness. That's pretty acceptable for me. So. Yeah, Edo, you've been destroyed. You've got some soldiers still on the field, obviously, but it's not looking good for you. I've got to say that. It's just not looking that good for you. Meanwhile, you guys... let's just go to our... model here, because we've kind of destroyed their one trade partner, and they can't trade with us, unfortunately, because well, our ports are kind of full, and it's kind of come to capacity. So let's
Come, be seated. I will order tea, and we will have agreement before
I kind of
sunset.
feel a little bit sorry for you, and I think you might be sort of in a little bit of trouble, so...
A most satisfactory.
There you go. Treat yourself to a little something. Doll yourself up. You know, make yourself look better. I mean, I think it's only fair. I'm kind of regretting not destroying you now, because that blacksmith could have been useful, but yeah, that's okay. Look, just doll yourself up, love, and you'll be alright. We do get a nice military port out of this, at least, and yeah, we'll just repair everything up. Cost a bit of money, obviously. Kind of worth it, I think, in the long run. Right, so what have we got? Financial district. Kind of odd way of doing it. Field artillery school. Master dojo. And yeah, military port. So yeah, that's all good. And we've got a railway out. We've got a railway out of this. We've got a railway out of this. It doesn't go anywhere, but at least we got one. At least we can say we've got one. Obama's back as well. How did you get back, Obama? What else did you get back? What's going on down here? So Obama's managed to make its way back, and somehow. So these guys are useless, I swear. We've got quite a lot of stuff there.
Do not expect tea. That is for friends. Speak your piece.
Okay, you're one of the strongest factions now. So we have 7 provinces. Let's see how we're doing on the old objectives thing. So 46 province of loyals, that's good. We just need a few more to be held, and then we're good. We're looking pretty good in all. So yeah, it's autumn coming up now, so winter's going to be coming. Winter's coming. So that's gonna happen. Where's our boat up on this coast gone?
What's your command?
That's a Barmer. They're back. Oh, let's go and see what's happening around here quickly.
Our voyage is done. The ship cannot go there.
So yeah, so stuff's happening. So we've got a railway that goes nowhere. The map is looking really ugly, and I apologise to you guys about that. Border gore is an absolute thing at the moment. I will try and put it straight, don't worry. You guys are at war with you guys for some reason. Wait, you guys are not even at war with anyone, you're just the vassal of Satima, who's enemies of everybody else, so everybody's still trying to kill everybody else down there. And you guys are doing pretty well. I think you're at war with people, aren't you? You're with war with
This
a few
is
of
a
our allies.
good day. A friendly visit.
That doesn't help, but that will get sorted at some stage. So anyway, I think that's enough for tonight. So with that, I think we'll end the session here. So thank you for watching as ever, and onwards and upwards next time. I don't know what our plan is now. Obviously, we're going to need to mop up the remnants of the Edo rebels, but those guys are going to get possibly beaten to death by one of our allies here. Maybe we'll come round and finally deal with Kakagawa over here or something, and finally bring the beauty of imperialism to this area of the world. Our port's almost done. What was I building here? Doing this port here. What was I building here? Guess we can build some traditional dojo, really, and get some armoured troops up in that respect as well. So get some stronger traditional troops as well. But yeah, everything's looking pretty peachy at the moment, isn't it? We're looking pretty good for the time being. Things are looking like they're going to go well. You wouldn't have expected it back in the days when the Battle of Iowa Field happened, Field happened, and we almost lost our whole entire province. But you know, things are going better now. With one turn away from getting another slot there, so that's good news. This navy's pretty terrible, but it's there still, and it's still doing its job. I guess one thing I'd say that's annoying about this game is you can't upgrade ships. It'd be nice if you can actually update them and upgrade them and make them slightly better. But anyway, we're going to end there, so thanks for watching, and I will see you all next time. Bye bye.